Outdoors.
Yes, it is.
It is a delight to have David Self here from Grabow Outdoors. You and your sweet family. Hello to them in the control room.
Wow.
Good morning and
Lovely
welcome.
wife, Stacy, Ethan, and Sierra in studio with us this morning.
What a good-looking family.
Thank
We've also
you.
got founder and president of New Breed Archery, Kyle Knoll. Welcome to the show.
Good, Kyle.
Good morning.
Happy
How are
to
you?
have you here.
Thank you.
And look at this, tournament champion, Alan Connor. Alan, good
Alan.
morning.
Good morning, guys.
The man with the golden bow.
So not only do we have a full studio,
Yes.
we've got family in tow.
Yes.
We got a boat in the parking lot. Look at those bows in the studio. Look-
I know we got three bows here.
Those are
from New Breed.
That is impressive looking right there.
Oh my gosh, what a design they have.
So,
Kyle?
David, tell us, who have you brought in this morning? How do you know these guys? And what kind of cool stuff did you bring in this morning?
Well, I guess, how I refer to Kyle. Kyle is kind of the mad scientist and
Yes, he is.
what he creates, which we've dubbed the Shadow Labs of New Breed. Kind of like the skunk works at Lockheed. We have, the Shadow Labs of New Breed. It's where everything is, all Kyle's doodling is late night insomnia, napkins, and, paper strode around his house, ideas, and, 3D sketches. And what Kyle creates and what Kyle produces ends up in the skilled hands of Alan Connor.
Nice.
So it's a fine craftsman, but it's somebody who knows how to
How to use it.
it.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean you can put a skill saw in anybody's hand.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
But the difference between a framer and a trim carpenter,
It's a big
difference.
Yes.
So and
I've tried both, and I suck at both. I did crown molding once, upside down and backwards. I didn't get it. It took me about 47,000 feet of crown to do one room. So,
Well, if we had more time, you'd be able to discuss all of Alan's accomplishments and all of his world championships, and we don't have an hour, so it'll have to be the condensed version.
So help me with New Breed, because when we were out at Grabow Outdoors, we also got to tour New Breed. There's a special partnership that you have there in Fultondale. So walk us through so we understand what we're talking about today, because it really seems like an amazing operation and outfit that we have going on there.
Well, within the building, you have it's just not Grabow Outdoors. You have separate companies within the building,
Right.
So Kyle, in a way, I guess he's kind of like a tenant within the building of Grabow Outdoors. So that's where his design and final assembly and testing facility is located within our building.
Okay.
So it's just a good relationship that we have, that it's kind of a captive audience, and he's able to use our resources, use our indoor range, use our outdoor range. So when all his bows are assembled by hand by one person, they're timed and tested before they're shipped to the customer, whether it be in North America, Europe, Asia, Africa. So he ships everything all over the world from Fultondale, Alabama.
That is so cool.
bad, he's nationwide.
Look at
That's
that.
basically what
Worldwide headquarters.
That's what we're saying.
Worldwide, that's right.
International.
Now, it's pretty cool. Like when it comes to the world of automobiles, you can have some cars. They're just so beautiful. You're happy to have them in the garage. Now, of course, you want to get them out on the road, but just to look at them is amazing. When it comes to the world of food, you think of like a chef or a skilled baker. They can make a cake of, obviously you want to eat it, but they're just something to behold, right? You've been somewhere, it's like, just look at that thing. These bows,
Yeah.
obviously you want to use them, but they're just cool to look at.
Yeah, they look like killing machines. You know
Take
what I'm
'em
saying?
down.
They look like a killing machine.
Natural
Especially
born
that
killer.
Yeah. Is that stainless steel?
It's
Or
actually
is that aluminum? Polished
aircraft
aluminum?
grade aluminum.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
That's-
fabulous.
What-
I love that look. I guess it may be a little shiny for the woods, but it's beautiful.
right. We bring that one to show our design and those kind of things to let you know what all is happening, because the camouflage, the mossy oak camouflage, does a good job of actually camouflaging it.
Yeah.
But we bring that to give you an idea of what all goes into it. Everything is definitely handcrafted. All the machine work is done in the United States. We're actually everything's sourced right here in Alabama, and we make all our own strings right there in the finishing department.
That is awesome. So we're putting Alabamians to work.
That's
at
right.
New Breed.
Yep,
And
that's right.
That's important to all of us, and I know all our listeners would chime in as that. Amen. And I love the Grabow store. I mean,
Thank you.
I've only been there one time in my life, but it left an impression, and I'm going back more and more. I'm just getting my monies together because when I go, my wife's going to be.
You're ready to load up.
Yeah, because I don't know if you heard, but my 50th is coming up. I've got like a week left of my 49th, and so the wife better look out. 'cause this is a big one, and I know exactly where I'm going. I'm going to Grabow. That's where I'm going.
I smell a kayak.
After today, I imagine you're right.
Yeah.
I've already kind of primed that pump, so to speak, but we'll see how that works out. But it's so great to have you here, Kyle, and I really enjoyed our visit when we came by and visited with you, and so impressive. Your resume. You could tell a little, if you could just tell the folks a little bit about your engineering background, how you got into this, and how you came up with such cool designs, because these are indeed one-of-a-kind designs. You don't see this type of boat anywhere else.
Right. Well, I certainly appreciate it and appreciate you having us as well, and thank you very much. I've been shooting archery at a very young age. I started and just really got into it and started shooting tournaments and hunting and those kind of things, and got inspired to really try to make the better mousetrap, if you will, and that's where New Breed was born. I was shooting and shooting other products, and just really got tired of sort of the mass marketed assembly line kind of thing, and so my background as far as engineering goes is electrical engineering with robotic design, and with that comes some mechanical design, and so along with that, it was just easy to sort of flow into, well, how could I make this bow better? And so before I got finished making other bows better, I actually just wound up with a brand new bow, and so that's where New Breed was formed.
So you were just going to try to improve on an existing design.
Correct.
And then you found out, maybe I just scrap the design, start over.
That's right. Yeah.
And so that's a true engineer talking.
I mean, that really is amazing. So what began as tinkering
Yes.
came to a complete redesign, a new design.
Right.
And I'm just amazed by your story. And we talked about it a little bit when we got to visit with you before. That what started as kind of a pastime became this passion. Yeah. And just for you and your family to go from kind of do something in your spare time to now having a global presence, a national presence. Yeah. What has that journey been like?
It's been a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
I have to admit that. Because really it did start as a garage project, and then as I got out and was shooting the bows and other people started finding out about them and those kind of things, it just became more and more. And then obviously that's how we sort of made it to Fultondale, Alabama, and partnered up with Brian and Grady, and they saw that we had potential to be a company, and to see it grow every day. I mean, to go from something I used to walk out my garage and sort of mess around with, to actually be something I get to do every day for a living is pretty incredible.
Cool.
Now, let me ask you this, because I have my 20-year high school reunion coming up, and so I just want to know, like, if you bump into people maybe you haven't seen in 10 or 15 years, and, hey, what are you up to these days? Maybe they knew you had a background in robotics, and you tell them, well, actually, I'm making these bows, and they're really just coming on strong. Are people amazed to hear that, or does that fit with the version of you that they knew, Kyle?
When I was younger, obviously, I was a hunter and those kind of things, so I probably wore camouflage to school before it was popular to wear camouflage to school. So some of my, I would say, high school friends and those kind of things, they sort of like, yeah, this guy wound up in the hunting industry. They believe it. But some of the guys that I went to college with and those kind of things, they're like, you do what? You're designing bows. I mean, you were like doing the electronic robot thing. What is going on with you now? And so they find that pretty interesting. And then Facebook has been a big help.
Okay.
What you're into, and I've reconnected with some friends, especially some of my hunting buddies that in high school. That little small group now it's a big thing, But at one time it wasn't. So it's sort of cool.
These are custom built bows at New Breed,
right.
And so in Fultondale, they're in the building with Grabow Outdoors. So can folks come and see it and watch as they're putting together what they would like, and you help with the design? What does that process look like when it comes to ordering custom compound bow?
Yes, well, what you would do is you come into Grabow Outdoors and get started with their staff and sort of pick the one you want. But yes, you can definitely come. We have a window where you can come in and watch us actually assemble the bows. Now, we do the final assembly there, but it's sort of that American chopper feel, if you will, of bows. And nobody's done that. No other company right now is doing that. Most everybody's sort of secretive, closed off, don't come to our place, and we're a little different than that. So we're excited. We want you to come and go through the process and pick out your colors of different bows. If you want a shiny one, we can make you a shiny one. If you want a camo one, if you want some mix in between, we can do that. And that's one thing that we're pretty famous for is our custom. everything from the string all the way down to the limb pockets.
Now, this aluminum one, is that a finished product, or is that just to show you what it looks like? Because to me, that's my favorite. That's just super cool.
It actually is an unfinished product. We just bring that to show off the engineering and the actual machine work, because what we want to show is that there's no hidden. As shiny as it looks, it comes straight off the machine.
It's like a DeLorean.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, it's like, you see the DeLorean out there. It's like, wow, look at that car. You look at that bow. It's like,
but
Kyle, I'm enthralled because I've never been a bow hunter. I'm a gunpowder sniffer.
Okay.
And I've always, if I go hunting, I want to smell some gunpowder.
Yep.
But I'm changing my tune because this is too cool for me not to get in.
Oh yeah.
So my Indian's coming out in me. So I'm
Well,
going to have to get after some bows. But
I smell another anniversary gift.
yes, I was leading into it. But there's a big difference, and I didn't realize this. You go to these big box places, and you just buy one off the rack, and I didn't realize that bows are specific for your draw, and there's a lot that goes into setting up your bow.
Yes.
And just grabbing one off a rack is not likely to be a good fit.
No, you definitely want to go to a pro shop, very similar to Grabow Outdoors or one of our other dealers, and definitely, if you're in the area, you want to go to Grabow's, but you want to get fitted. If you're not fitted, you're not going to have a good experience. So you definitely want to come in and get your draw length and draw weight and those kind of things.
And you think that's how all those bows end up in all those yard sales, because people go buy them and they don't fit them, or they just immediately they try it and it sucks, and they just throw it in the yard sale.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a completely different sport once you're fitted and you know what you're doing.
Yep.
And you get fitted by the people at Grabow that know exactly how to make sure that you get the right fit.
Yep.
Because it's quite an investment. I mean, all these bows, even the big box, I mean, you're spending some solid money.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
You want to make sure you get what you pay for.
Yes, and that's one thing with New Breed. We definitely want to make sure that you are getting what you pay for. You're not paying for a bunch of over-advertised product and those kind of things. You're definitely getting everything that we do in the bow.
Well, that's good. Enjoying our conversation with Kyle Knoll, founder and president of New Breed Archery. When we come back, Alan, we got to get to you, buddy.
We're gonna
looking
have some
forward
calls
to
for
it.
Alan.
The number of national championships and world
just keeps going on.
championships. We'll get to that. And continuing our conversation, David here as well. Grabow Outdoors. You can find them in Fultondale, just off of 65, exit 265B. That's on Highway 31 North, up on the hill. You'll see them. Go by and see them today. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 till 6. We'll continue our conversation with Grabow Outdoors next.
Alan, like you said, I tried to read the bio, and it's like 8 pages, so I didn't get through all of it.
He's an accomplished human being.
He is an accomplished guy.
30 national championships.
Wow, yeah.
14 world championships. I'm not world champion of anything. I'm impressed. Alan,
Yeah.
let's start simply. What makes you such a good archer?
Well, probably up until this point, just experience.
Yeah.
Nearly 30 years in my career shooting a bow and arrow. It just kind of, it's just like Kyle said, it's just a passion, and it's something that I'm blessed to be able to make a living at what I love to do.
That's
Amen.
good. Well, you're a humble man, so let me ask it a different way. I could do this for 30 years and still be no good. What I want to know is you have been good for so long. What do you think? What is that? Is it concentration? Is it natural born skill? Do you know something we don't? What is it?
It's a little bit of all of that, natural born skill and hand-eye coordination that you're blessed with, and it goes back, like I said, for a love of the sport.
Yeah.
I mean, you develop a technique, you develop a concentration. You just develop those skills, and it gives you the drive to be competitive.
Yeah. Where
No doubt.
did that start? Did you have a dad or a granddad? How'd you get started with archery?
You know what? One of my best friends, actually my best man at my wedding, introduced me to the sport years ago.
Yeah.
And and some of the local archery shops said, "Hey, man, you need to go shoot a local tournament with me." And it started from then, and then it escalated into turning pro in 1989, and just been doing it ever since.
That's so cool.
That is awesome.
So
So tell me about this community of people who shoot professionally.
Oh man,
Do you-
it's just like visiting your family every
So
weekend.
everybody that you compete
It's-
against, they're brothers of yours.
Oh
It's like,
yeah, it's a very close knit group.
Don't you
and
love beating the pants out of people?
oh, I do though.
Just
you know,
love it. It's like, man, hey Phil, I love you, man. Get you some.
yeah, I love those guys to death. But and and I've heard other archers say it too. I still want to beat you every weekend.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, winning never gets old.
I know it does.
And it's and I don't win every weekend. I'm in my later years of competition, and I still think I've got a lot more years ahead of me.
Yeah.
But I still have that drive to win, and it's not all about winning. It's about enjoyment of the sport. The day I quit enjoy shooting a bow and arrow,
Yeah.
I'll quit competing.
Sure.
Well,
You
there's
know.
going to be natural drop off because you're
Oh, yeah.
you're signing so many autographs. It's
Right.
hard to stay
I don't know about
focused.
that.
Right.
You're a rock star. I get it. That is so cool. So you've you see these new breed bows. You use them. These are just state of the art. I'm just so impressed.
Yes.
Oh man, it's Kyle has done a phenomenal job with this company, and I've been fortunate to shoot for some of the largest companies in the industry. And when I got this invitation to have a discussion with these guys at New Breed, I was very impressed. And and I didn't leave another company for any reason but the challenge, and seeing Kyle's drive in the industry and seeing the workmanship and craftsmanship in these bows is it kind of gets new blood flowing, and you want to prove yourself that, hey, I don't have to do it with X brand bow. I can do it with any bow.
Well, and
But-
it speaks to your experience that in a new challenge, it's right there in the name, New Breed. It's something new. It's something different. You've obviously been successful in other areas. Let's have a new challenge.
Exactly. The first year I shot for New Breed, I accomplished a goal that I had never dreamed of. I won more championships the first year I shot a New Breed bow than I ever had with any other bow
Wow.
in my hand. So
That
it
says
was,
something, Kyle. You reckon?
Yeah. Oh well, we were very happy about that. I promise you.
I mean, because part of it for you has to be obviously
Wow.
you believe in your product. But when you have a legend like this, and hey, I'll
Yeah.
give it a shot. You're kind of hoping to.
Right.
I hope this goes well.
Oh,
and then when he has such a great season as he did, that's just the best.
Yes, it was, and for him to be someone that I look up to as far as tournament shooting as well, to shoot my product and
Oh, yeah.
and to do that, it was really awesome to have that happen. And he also, he mentions coming on board, but one thing that he helps with is some of the, letting us know what needs to be tweaked and changed and fixed. So Alan does a lot in the back end too.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
So to think that we have a world champion many times over with these great, amazing bows that are being constructed right here in our backyard, right in Fultondale, at New Breed, right there with Grabow Outdoors. That's got to get you fired up. Talking about
Amen, brother.
having pride in your state. We got
Amen.
good things happening here in Alabama.
Don't we?
Yeah.
We really do. And I tell you, the names of your bows are so cool, too.
that was a big lure for me.
Me too.
Being involved with the company here in Alabama like that,
Yes.
it was, I just kind of jumped at that. I mean,
Yeah.
I really, that was something I really wanted to do. Be a part of an Alabama company like that, and Kyle has made it easy for me, no doubt about it.
Well,
hit me
they've
some of
got
these
one
names.
called the Seduction.
The seduction.
Hello. For the
Ex-
ladies.
Exclusively for women. Guess I'm
Well,
out
you
of luck.
could get one.
I would do well. How about the cyborg? They say it shoots like a machine.
Yes.
That is pretty cool. And the lichen as well. That's like a vampire or a werewolf?
Werewolf.
Werewolf.
Yep.
That is cool. I think I saw that movie Underworld one time.
There you
we
go.
got the Eclipse. We've got genetics. We got all kinds of cool stuff.
I love
with
the
the
blade.
New Breed archery.
That's
The
right.
blade is bad, boy.
That is bad to the bone.
Yeah.
That's our new one with our new look, and it also has our new engineering of the gusseted brace design. So a lot of cool things happening.
Now,
with
have you
that.
gotten a call from like Marvel Studios because
Yes.
you got
There's no
Hawkeye, the
doubt.
archer. He's part of the Avengers.
Yes, he is.
I mean, I could totally see him running around with one of those.
He needs a new breed.
He's got to have one.
And there's no doubt about it. Have you reached out to Marvel?
Not yet, but we probably should.
I think we should.
you totally should do it.
I have a creative mind sometimes. So
There you go.
that would
Jeff
be a good
probably
idea.
has a contact there. Do you?
There you go.
Right, yeah. You've also got Ariel on the CW. It's
If you
Oh,
could,
yeah,
there,
yeah,
it is.
yeah,
There it is.
There you go.
Got
All
few
right,
calls to make, Jeff, during the break.
Continuing our conversation.
I'll reach out.
Continue our conversation with a New Breed Archery, also Grabow Outdoors. You can find them off of I-65 in Fultondale. Take exit 265B. That's on Highway 31 North. Look for them up on the right. You've seen them up on the hill. Go by and see for yourself. As for Grabow Outdoors, a full-service retailer of firearms, gear, and equipment for hunting, fishing, archery, just about anything.
Everything you
can do
need.
outdoor.
I mean, everything you want.
This is good. Now,
It's
they're
right
open
there.
today.
Fishing kayaks.
Fishing kayaks.
Can we talk a little bit about that kayak when we come back?
Yeah.
No fat jokes.
It looks none.
Come on.
None.
I saw that look in your eye.
You just called me a lady, and I can't make fat jokes about you.
Okay, go ahead.
You fat jerk. We're having fun. Go see Grabow Outdoors today. You can find them online, grabowOutdoors.com. And if you enjoy these conversations, find them on YouTube as well. We'll be back with more here on The Guys.
We are here with Grabow Outdoors, talking with Kyle and Alan about a little archery. 941-1011 is the number. If you want to give us a call and ask the experts a question,
Yeah.
because I know nothing about it. But
Well, it's a good thing these guys
No,
do.
it's cool.
These guys do. Now, Alan, let me ask you this, because I did not realize this. I saw that you're a tournament champion, and you've won national titles and world titles, but you've also got your own pro shop. So if folks want to come see you and buy from you, you offer
New Breed.
New
bows.
Breed. You're right there. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, we're located kind of the northeast part of Alabama in Atala, right above the Gadsden area.
yeah,
Mountain Outfitters. We're right on top of Sand Mountain on Highway 431, and we have a very good, varied selection of different bow brands and exclusive New Breed dealer. And we're a nothing but an archery pro shop. I mean, that's our specialty, and that's what we do.
Okay. So
Awesome.
I would imagine, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, which Jim does frequently.
constantly.
As a professional archer, do you have people who come in and they just assume, okay, if I buy from you, I'm going to be as good as you? I mean, do you have that? You know, they come in and they want you to overnight make them as talented as you are.
Oh yeah, we see that a lot.
And he's able to do that for a slight fee.
Hey, one of the most famous quotes in an archery pro shop is, "You can't buy a score."
Amen. Let's run here to JR. JR's got a question about choosing the right bow. Hey, JR, how you doing, buddy?
Good morning. I have a question. I'm left eye dominant, but I'm right-handed, and so I would be sighting with my left eye. And I want to get into bow hunting. Should I be looking for a left-handed bow or a right-handed bow?
I'd definitely tell you to go ahead and get a left-handed bow. What do you shoot a gun a certain way right now?
Pardon me?
Do you shoot a gun left or right-handed?
Well, I shoot my handguns right-handed, but my long gun's left-handed because
Okay.
I'm very left-eye dominant.
Then I would definitely go ahead and go with a left-handed bow. Your dominant eye is what you're going to want for bow hunting
Yeah,
and bow
Okay.
shooting.
I'm same way, JR. I shoot a pistol right-handed, and I write right-handed, but
Yeah.
I shoot a weapon left-handed. I mean, a long gun.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'll look for a left-handed bow. I'm just a beginner, so I'm just going to want to get into bow hunting, and I didn't want to pick up the wrong bow.
Yep. Well, definitely come down to Grabows. They've got plenty in stock and can get you set up and let you try left or right, so you can make sure. But I would definitely pick a left-handed one.
Thank you.
You're
All right,
welcome.
JR. Take care, buddy.
Now, David,
Bye.
this just again goes to the point of finding people who know their stuff. I wouldn't have even thought to ask if, go right or left. If I'm right-handed, I just assumed I would automatically shoot
No.
right-handed.
And that's where you try to provide the service, before and after the sale. You have to fit the person to the bow, fit the scenario. And it could be that they like to hunt off the ground, so they may want a 31-inch axle to axle. Or maybe they do a lot of hunting out west and they want a short axle to axle bow. Or they hunt out of a tree stand. So there's different bows for the type of hunting you're going to do.
Okay, you blew my mind again. Why
Yeah,
would
there it
it,
went.
if I'm hunting out west, what is that? What do you mean? What does that have to do with anything?
Well, out west, a lot of times your shots are a little bit longer, and most of the time you're doing a walk and stalk or stalk hunting.
Yeah.
So you're located,
On the ground.
especially if on the ground, especially if you're elk hunting. A lot of times you're trying to locate the animal. Very similar to turkey hunting. Once you locate the animal, you're sort of going to them and getting set up. And sometimes you make longer shots, so you want a longer axle-to-axle bow to be able to get a little bit longer
More
shot.
distance.
The comfort zone Normally, out of a tree stand and things like that, we tell everybody to try to stay within that 30-yard range. But elk hunting, I wouldn't have a problem. In fact, one that I killed was at 60 yards, so don't have a
Gosh,
problem
that's a
shooting
long
that far
shot.
away with
See,
a bow.
I had no idea. I just
That's
had no idea
fabulous.
that mental ignorance could result in physical discomfort. But like I'm in pain. I know so little about that. Like I wouldn't have even thought. But I'm vulnerable. I'll admit it. I'm here for you. If you got questions on like John, let's get to John.
Now I know when I was out west, I played some golf.
Yeah,
Oh man,
you crushed it.
crushed it. It's like, why can't I do this back home?
Tiger Woods, y'all.
Well, the air's a lot heavier here. Let's go to John. Hey, John.
Hey,
What's up, buddy?
hey, I just wanted to tell Kyle, I just bought a new breed a couple months ago.
Well, thank you.
Probably one of the best bows I've ever had.
Well, thank you very much.
Bought it from Alan Connor at Mountain Outfitters. Probably one of the best purchase experiences I've ever had.
Hey, we appreciate that, John. We do.
So I just want to tell you, you're making a great product. And I'm in the market to buy one for my wife, so I've been looking at fish seduction too.
All
you-
right.
You know where to
That just
come.
sounds good.
We're all looking at that.
I'm looking into a little seduction.
Yes, we are. Thank you, John.
Well, thank y'all. Keep up the good work.
Hey, we
Yes, sir.
appreciate it,
Thank
John.
you.
Do you sell a bow called Not Gonna Happen?
Not gonna happen. That's the bow you need.
Cold winter.
Cold winter. I like that one.
Empty freezer.
The empty freezer. The empty freezer edition.
This one's called Another Night on the Couch.
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts.
But yeah, you were bringing up all those different bows, and depending on what type of hunting you're doing.
Whether you want a tournament bow
Right.
or a hunting bow.
Or a hunting bow.
There's different applications, and there's
Tree stand
there's a
bow.
different design. Kyle understands that a tournament archer needs a bow of a certain length to perform at its optimum capability.
Right.
So if you notice that someone who have a hunting setup is one style of bow, and a tournament bow is a different style.
Right.
There's different rest, different sights, different sidebars, different stabilizers. It's a whole different animal.
Okay.
It's not like duct tape where you just strap it on and go.
Well, help me out because I'm going to ask some stupid questions. So y'all just bear with me, okay? Now, when you're, Alan, this is to you because you're the expert. Well, you guys are experts, but you know,
He's a super expert.
when you're honing in on your target, do you start above the target and come down with the draw, or do you come up to the target draw?
I always come down.
Okay,
a
so
lot
you
of guys.
start above.
Yeah, a lot of
and
guys if
begin
they
it-
start out low,
bring
they
it
lock
down.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, most guys start out low, they lock up, they never can get the pin up on the target.
Yeah.
So I mean, you don't do what we call a sky draw. In other words, get the
don't
bow way
start-
above your head.
Yeah.
So you actually want to draw towards the target or
Draw
draw
back.
to the target
Okay.
and come down. Once you kind of acquire those skills,
Yeah.
usually when you come to full draw, you're on the animal somewhere.
Okay.
So and that's what it takes is honing those skills, and it takes practice. I mean, most generally bow hunters, dedicated bow hunters, they practice year round.
Yeah.
And that's what it takes to be a good tournament archer. It's what it takes to be a bow hunter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're seeing more and more, and I see it in my business that generally a lot of hunters today are turning towards bow hunting
Yeah.
because you have more opportunities. You have a
Sure.
longer season,
Yeah.
and those guys enjoy that, and that's the lure of archery.
Now, we've got the inspiration from you. We want to be a world-class archer like you. We've got the new breed equipment. We're ready to fire. We have it. We got our new bow. But we need a place to practice. David, help me. What can we do at Grabow Outdoors? I need a place where I can practice.
We have taken care of that, and we've thought
Talk
of
to
that.
me. Talk to me.
We do have indoor archery range, 20-yard indoor. So, we're all accustomed to the kudzu stink bugs when it gets hot.
Yes.
Makes it a little miserable to go
A
outside and
little
shoot.
bit tough.
So,
A little warm out
hey,
there.
throw your bow in your vehicle at lunchtime. Come over, burn an hour with us.
Nice.
Shoot. Whether be shooting at 20 or 70 yards. It's
Right.
repetition and building those muscles and muscle memory.
Amen.
Then once it cools off, if you want to go outside, we have a 30 through 70-yard range behind the building. So if you have a 5-pin or you got a 1-pin that's adjustable out to 100, you can take that shot.
Wow.
So it's one thing just to guess at the pin,
Right.
but to put it where, because you want to be
Right
an
where you
ethical
want it.
hunter.
Right.
You just don't want to just wing
You
it
want
and
to
just
maim
shoot them in the
something.
hoof.
Right.
'Cause we know some people that like to shoot them in the
Shot
hoof.
him in the hoof.
Yeah.
Not a good thing.
No.
Oh, I can feel that. I just heard.
Do beginners tend to shoot low or high? Because I know, most of the time with like a handgun, most of the time I've seen when I'm working with somebody that has never shot and I'm out there at my property, I'm trying to show them how to shoot a handgun. They usually shoot low, over and over and over again. Is that the same with archery, or they shoot high?
Generally, it just depends on the scenario. If you're tree stand hunting, you're blind hunting.
Yeah.
Just say probably the higher percentage is hunting out of a tree stand, elevated stand.
Sure.
Most guys shoot high.
Yeah.
You get up
Pretty
higher in
easy
the
to do,
stand.
right?
The distance looks further than it actually is,
Yeah.
and you see more archers, especially novices and guys just beginners. They overestimate the yardage, shoot a further pin,
Now-
wind up going over their back.
Once again, I'm sorry for being ignorant, but when arrows are different, right? So, but your standard arrow that you would shoot, when it comes off the bow, because I've seen some slow motion where there's a bend in the arrow. It's
Oh, yeah.
coming out so hot, and does it gain altitude and then begin to fall like a bullet out of a rifle, or does it gain altitude as it starts out flat?
Well, you still have the law of gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where archery.
Yeah,
it sort of
it comes
arches
into
into
effect,
it. Yeah,
right?
so you're sort of arching. in
That's
there.
the name. I get it now.
Who knew?
Who knew? It has to do with the planet and the sphere and everything. I get it now.
We'll continue Physics 101 here on The Guys next.
How many tournaments did you win that first year? Do
I
you
won
remember?
7 national championships and 2 shooter of the year titles.
Out of how many tournaments were you?
Probably 16 or 17 national events.
It's like he won the majority of what he was.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's ridiculous.
And there's this new money back guarantee.
Yeah.
You buy a bow, you win a world championship. That's my understanding.
I don't think that's it.
Not how that
tall
works. Let's go to David. Now, at Grabow Outdoors, and we talked about these great new breed products this morning. There are other products that you have there as well. These are not the only bows.
No. We've been lucky enough to align ourselves with Hoyt, Bear, and Elite, and New Breed. So if somebody comes to the shop, they're not automatically going to be given a New Breed and says, this is what you're going to get. They've heard me say it around the shop 100 times. If you go to a car lot, you want to test drive the car.
Right.
So if you come to Grabow, let's test drive all the bows that we offer. Because the way Kyle has engineered New Breed, he's designed it for a certain feel on the draw cycle, the back wall, and the valley. And different bows draw different. So same way with cars. They're going to have a different feel. It's a soft ride. It's a firm ride.
Right.
You don't like the seat.
Yeah.
They're all different. So everybody has different tastes. And that's what we want to try to have 4 good manufacturers with 4 great products for 4 different feels.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, and when it comes to arrows, Alan, this is to you specifically, since we've discovered the world is round, and there's this thing called gravity. The reason why they call it archery is that it arches, and that's really cool. But are there specific arrows that are used for a specific task?
Oh yeah, definitely. You have hunting arrows and you have target arrows, and usually what separates the two comes down to nothing but diameter. In your target industry, everybody wants to shoot as large a diameter as they can.
Okay.
They want that line buster. They want something that's going to take up more area of the target to score higher in the scoring rings.
Okay.
That's not to say that some of the guys, still shoot a larger diameter to hunt with. You still got those old school guys that stick to the aluminum shafts versus the new high-tech carbon stuff that's out there now. But just for instance, in my store, about 99% of everything I sell today is a carbon arrow.
Really?
I mean the aluminum arrow still performs great, flawlessly. It's just the durability factor that you have with the carbon arrows now that you can buy a dozen carbon arrows and usually they'll outlast 2 dozen aluminums.
Wow. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And the reason why I was asking that, when you're shooting target practice or whatever, they always tell you want to use like if you're using your long gun or whatever, you use the same grain bullet you're going to hunt with.
Exactly.
If you're hunting with 150 grain 270, that's what you want to shoot with, and you want to zone in with that. Is it the same with arrows? If you're hunting with a particular arrow, do you want to practice with that arrow?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, and I tell those guys in my business, there's no such a thing as a practice arrow.
Okay.
It's
No
your
such
hunting.
thing.
These are my arrows.
Right.
I mean, you use exactly what you're going to compete with. You use exactly what you're going to hunt with, because there's so many variables in there, in spine and arrow weight that that can affect your flight.
I guess following along this line of logic, I've learned the world round and gravity and stuff. I assume that y'all sell arrows at Grabow.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They're available right there, and you sell them as well. Alan, at your
Exactly.
store
Yeah,
up
we
there.
have a good selection: Easton, Beeman, Gold Tip, Black Eagle. There's about 6 majors out there.
That is so awesome. Well, can we get the kids in here to just say something before we go? Come on, guys. Step up here and say something. What's your name there, little man? Ethan, get on into the mic there. Tell me what your name is.
Ethan,
How old are you, Ethan?
12.
I hear you're quite the ladies' man.
And then I just said that on public radio.
Yeah, you did. Yes, you did.
Hey, we got
Got a
sweet
good
daughter
look.
there. Your name?
Sierra.
Sierra, I love
is
the
it-
name.
Is it true your brother's a ladies' man?
Yes.
Hey, look,
And she just said
that's
that
a
on
good
public radio.
sister right there.
Sister.
Look at that, fellas,
Thanks for coming,
ladies.
guys.
It's been fun.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys for having us.
What a blast. Alan, nice to meet you. Kyle, of course, always
Yes,
good to see you.
great.
Dave, you didn't bluff me. You're a great person. We'll see you guys next week. But look, go out to Grabow's today. Get your stuff. We'll be back.